My heartfelt greeting to the respected jury members. I, Amisha Srivastava from SS Khanna Girls Degree College, Prayagraj, am here to present my views on the topic Trial by Social Media. Is it a new threat in the administration of justice? Applications which allow the users to generate as well as exchange content are called social media. Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram are some of their examples. Social media was developed as a watchdog of the society as it gave a platform for the mass opinions. One example of a huge change brought by social media is hashtag Black Lives Matter, which is a campaign against the bullying and violence against the black people. As Brejan Stephens said that if there was a civil rights worker in 1960s and he wanted to communicate an urgent news, he would head to the telephone, but now he would choose a social media platform. But in this era where everybody has a network connection and an instant news, is it easy to get unbiased and objective judiciary? Judiciary has two laws. One is to keep the media unfettered, and the other is to let every accused have a fair trial. The tricky part comes in when these two laws clash with each other. Imagine any controversy related to a celebrity. Social media comes alive with salacious gossips as well as opinions against the crime. The hashtag #MeToo movement, which was inspired by a campaign against sexual harassment, it was suddenly transformed into a publicity gaining agenda by out of work celebrities. Women started getting bargaining chips against men by turning consensual sex act in the past into rape, thus bringing the guy into limelight. Neutral media journalism, which was once a rule, is now made an exception. In the movie Rustom based on Nanavati case, it was specified that it is the responsibility of media to give away the specific fact and not judgment, as it can hinder with the decision-making abilities of the jury. But still, media has not overcome its shenanigans. In the Satyaveer Singh versus Jasleen Kaur case, Jasleen posted a picture of Satyaveer Singh accusing him of sexually assaulting her. The post went viral and he was labeled as the Delhi pervert. Later, he got a clean chit in the case, but in the process, he lost his job and his family. Once upon a time, we used to have very humble opinions, but now everything seems like a life and death situation on social media. In the case of Boys Locker Room, where a girl posted a screenshot of the obscene chat between the group members, which led to the arrest of the administrator of the group. In the further investigation, it was revealed that the girl was herself chatting with the boys with a fake ID, and she was doing a character test on them. Even before hearing the other side or what the boys wanted to say in their defense, everybody labeled them as guilty. Or there are many such cases. For example, the Gurugram case, where a teenager committed suicide before any investigation when he was accused of sexual harassment by a girl on social media. What's worrying is that the people presiding over these cases can face ostracism, which can hinder with their decision-making abilities and can bring a certain element of biasness. What I'm saying is that there is no checks or balances in the social media trial, and anything which can ruin a man's life without any proof and with just one allegation can have a very negative impact on the society. I'm not saying that we shouldn't put on our opinions on social media. We should, but we should know the limit and the after effects of it. Thank you.